Welcome back, everyone. Or welcome for the first time if you're new here. I'm really glad you found this channel. Today we're talking about one of the most searched skincare ingredients on the internet right now, and honestly, I completely understand why. It's called Argireline, and it's been nicknamed Botox in a jar, which is quite a claim. So today we are going to break down exactly what Argireline is, how it actually works inside your skin, why it's become such a star in the anti-aging world, how it compares to Botox and to another popular ingredient called DMAE, and, very importantly, when you should start using it and how to fit it into your daily routine. A lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Let's start at the very beginning. Argireline is the trade name for a synthetic peptide called acetyl-hexapeptide 3. Also sometimes listed as acetyl-hexapeptide 8 on ingredient labels. Same molecule, different naming conventions. Don't let that confuse you. A peptide, as a quick reminder, is a short chain of amino acids, the building blocks that your skin uses to make proteins like collagen and elastin. What makes Argireline unique among peptides is that it wasn't designed to stimulate collagen production like most of them are. It was designed to interfere with muscle contraction, and that's where things get really interesting. To understand what Argireline does, you need to understand a tiny bit about how your facial muscles create wrinkles. Every time you smile, frown, squint, or raise your eyebrows, your brain sends a nerve signal to the muscles in your face, telling them to contract. That signal travels through a chain of proteins, and one of the key steps in that chain involves a group of proteins called the snare complex, specifically a protein called SNAP25. Argireline is a fragment that mimics part of SNAP25, which means it essentially competes with it in that signaling chain, partially blocking the release of neurotransmitters that tell your muscles to move. The result: your facial muscles contract less intensely, which over time reduces the depth and formation of expression lines, the ones on your forehead, around your eyes, and around your mouth. So what does that actually look like in practice? Clinical studies have shown that a cream containing 10% Argireline applied twice daily around the eye area reduced wrinkle severity by up to 17% after just 15 days and up to 27% after 30 days. Those are real, measurable numbers, not marketing language. Beyond the muscle relaxing effect, Argireline also supports collagen and elastin production and has been shown to improve skin hydration and overall texture over time. So you're getting both a neuro-relaxing action and a structural rebuilding action at the same time, which is part of why it has become such a sought-after ingredient in serious anti-aging formulations. Now let's get to the comparison that I know a lot of you are curious about. How does Argireline actually stack up against Botox and against DMAE? Because these three are often mentioned in the same breath when it comes to non-surgical anti-aging, and they are quite different from each other. Starting with Botox. Botulinum toxin injections work by completely blocking the nerve signal to a specific muscle, causing temporary paralysis in that area. It's highly effective, the results are dramatic and fast, but it's invasive, requires a trained medical professional, has a real cost per session, and completely immobilizes the treated muscles, which is why that frozen look happens when it's overdone. Argireline works on a similar biochemical pathway. It also targets that neurotransmitter release process, but it does so partially and topically. It softens muscle activity rather than stopping it entirely. The results are subtler and more gradual, but the skin retains its natural expressiveness. There are no needles, no recovery time, and it's accessible to anyone. Think of it as turning the volume down on muscle movement rather than pressing mute. It cannot replicate the full power of Botox, and it's important to be honest about that. But as a daily use cosmetic ingredient, it delivers genuinely visible results that no other topical peptide had achieved before it. Now, DMAE, dimethylaminoethanol, is a very different kind of ingredient. DMAE is a naturally occurring compound found in small amounts in the brain and in fatty fish like salmon. When applied topically, it works by stabilizing cell membranes, boosting acetylcholine production, and improving muscle tone, not relaxing muscles like Argireline does, but actually firming and tightening them. The effect is almost the opposite. Where Argireline tells your muscles to ease up, DMAE tells them to stand at attention. DMAE is particularly effective for areas dealing with visible sagging and laxity, the jawline, cheeks, and neck. And many users notice a firming effect quite quickly after application, which is relatively rare in topical skincare. Together, Argireline and DMAE are actually a very smart combination. One addresses expression lines by relaxing overactive muscles, while the other addresses loss of firmness by improving tone in areas that have gone slack. Many advanced anti-aging serums formulate them together for exactly this reason. So when should you actually start using Argireline? This is a question I get a lot, and the honest answer is earlier than most people think. The preventive window for neuro-relaxing peptides starts around the mid-20s, specifically when you begin noticing the first dynamic lines, those faint marks that appear when you make an expression and take a little longer to fade when your face is at rest. If you're in your late 20s and you're starting to see something forming on your forehead or around your eyes, that is the perfect time to begin. You're not treating deep wrinkles yet. You're preventing them from becoming permanent. If you're already in your 30s, 40s, or beyond, it's never too late and the results are still very real. It just takes a bit more consistency. As for morning versus night, here's the nuance. Argireline is photostable, meaning it doesn't break down in sunlight, so it can technically be used morning or evening. However, most dermatologists and cosmetic chemists recommend incorporating it into your nighttime routine for one key reason. At night, your skin enters its natural regeneration cycle. Cell turnover is higher, and active ingredients tend to penetrate and work more efficiently while you sleep. If you're combining Argireline with other actives like retinol or peptide complexes, nighttime is definitely where you want those working together. That said, a morning application in a serum or eye cream is also effective and completely safe, especially if the formula is lightweight and absorbs quickly before you apply SPF. The most important thing is consistency. Argireline is not an overnight miracle. It's a daily practice, and the results build over weeks of regular use. So there you have it. Argireline is not just hype. It's a scientifically grounded ingredient with a clear mechanism, clinical backing, and a unique position in the anti-aging world as a topical alternative that genuinely delivers results without any of the risks or costs of injectables. Whether you use it alone or in combination with DMAE, it deserves a spot in any serious anti-aging routine. If you found this useful, please give the video a like. It helps so much in growing this community. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, now is the moment. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always the first to know when a new video drops. This channel is built for people who want to actually understand their skin, not just follow trends, and there's a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of that skin.